it's done. Welcome to the Europa League match day number 1. Yes, it is. We're going to work in the same format as the Champions League one is. There's more formats, but same amount of teams, different, same format. And let's get into the Europa League game week number 1. Boys, if you want a discount on your energy, go and get my discount in the description. New Dan 10 at checkout. Peace. Starting off with AZ Alkmaar versus Elfsborg. Now, I don't know much about these Europa League teams because I'm just going to wing this video until I get to some of the bit about 19. For this game, I'm going to say AZ 2, Elfsborg 1, and I think the Dutch will get it. And now we go to Bordeaux and Glittens versus FC Porto. Now, I think Porto have a very good chance of going a long way in this competition. I think there's a few teams in here that you'd expect to win and go far. The likes of Porto United. I mean, we'll get into the teams where I think we'll go far later, but I think that it's going to be a close one, and I'm going to say Porto 2-0 against Bordeaux Glittens. Now we move to Manchester United versus FC Twente. The Manchester United against Twente. Now, in the Premier European competitions, we only got into the Europa League because we won the FA Cup last season. So, in this game, Manchester United 2, FC Twente 0. Now we move to Galatasaray versus PAOK. Now, Galatasaray, again, Turkey is a very, very tough. Sorry, the mic died. And I think in this game it will be Galatasaray 2, PAOK 0. And now we move to Dynamo Kiev versus SS Lazio. Now, Lazio, as we know, I don't know why I'm saying it with that. I don't know why I'm saying it with that. I don't know why I'm saying it with an accent voice. I'm sorry, but yeah, Lazio I think have a decent chance again of going quite far, and I'm gonna say Lazio 2, Dynamo Kiev 0. Now we move to a returnee in Ludogorets versus Slavia Prague. Not Slavia, Slavia. They're neighbours in Prague. They're neighbours in Slavia and Slava. And I'm going to say, Ludogorets, they were in it last year. They're a very good team. And I'm going to say, Ludogorets 2, Slavia Prague 2 as well. I think it'll be 2 draw. Now you move to Midtjylland versus Hoffenheim. Now, Hoffenheim, as we know, they are falling behind in the Bundesliga. They're not in Bundesliga. They're falling quite low down in the Bundesliga. They're not quite as high up as the likes of Dortmund, Bayern, Leipzig, Stuttgart for some reason. However, Stuttgart, to be fair, they did come third last season. To be fair, Stuttgart were third, to be fair, last season, so I'm not surprised. But yeah. And I'm going to say Hoffenheim 2, Midtjylland 1 in this game. I move to Nice versus Real Sociedad. Now I'm going to say Sociedad, as we know, were in it last season and took Man United to the sword last season. And Nice are owned by the same company as Jim Radcliffe one as well. So that is going to be an interesting one. You've got 2 teams now, so Jim Radcliffe in the Europa League, and Sociedad against us, and Sociedad against Nice. I'm gonna go well. Sociedad 2, Nice 1 in this match. In this game, I move to Anderlecht versus Fernsford. Fernsford were in it last year, and Anderlecht are another Belgian team. Join the likes of, I don't know any other Belgians in the league. I don't actually know any Belgians. Yes, so that's another one in there. That is another good team, Anderlecht. They were good, but I think this is a dead one. I'm going to say 0-0 in this game between Anderlecht and Ferencváros. Now we go to Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce versus Union SG. Now, Fenerbahce, as we know, are a very, 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 very tough team to play against. And Fenerbahce, as we know, have signed so many good players from leagues. Fred's gone there, David Nemed is there, all they're managed by, ideally they're managed by Jose Mourinho, and I'm going to say they'll smash them 4-0 to Fenerbahce. Now you go to Malmo versus Rangers. Two Scottish teams in two different European competitions. Celtic in the Champions League, Rangers in the Europa League. Will they both progress? Hopefully they will. Man, I do play Rangers and Spurs. I can confirm that. We'll get into that and a lot more later on in both of these. And I'm going to say that Rangers should win this. They are away to Malmo in Norway. I'm going to go Malmo 1, Rangers 3. We know Rangers do love a Europa League Cup one. They went far last season. They got to the final 1 year as well. And we go to Roma versus Athletic Club. For the Athletic Club, by the way, Atletico Bilbao, but for the purpose of this, I'm saying Athletic Club because that's like Savannah's Vesta. That is how UEFA have it. So I'm gonna go with UEFA saying so. Kill me, boys. Roma, as we know, in it last year, got to the final and have won it in previous years, and I am going to say Roma should win this, but they got the likes of Nico Williams and Inaki. They got both Williams there now. And as we know, Williams is a good, well, Nico's quite good because he won the World Cup, but he won the Euros, but he's Spain. So I'm going to go 2-2 draw in this game. Now we move to Ajax versus Besiktas. Now, Ajax hasn't had a good one at it so far. They lost to Feyenoord in the Eredivisie, so that's why they're in the Europa League for the season. And I'm honestly going to say, I've got to say that Ajax should have enough, but they are slow starters in European competitions. And I'm going to say, Ajax 2, Besiktas 2 as well. And I go to Frankfurt versus Victoria Plzen. I think I'm saying that right. If anyone's from Czech Republic, please let me know how I'm saying that correctly. I hope I am anyway. And I think Frankfurt should wipe the floor with them here. I rank Frankfurt 2, Victoria Plzen 0. And now we go to Tottenham Hotspur versus FC Karabakh. Now they were in it last. They finished bottom of their group. I can tell you that for a fact. They were in it last year and they lost. Spurs weren't in it, obviously. Spurs were not even in Europe last year. In a huge, but as we know, Tottenham are in an erratic way of form. They can't seem to spin wings together, Spurs. So anything that's possible, Spurs. So I'm going to say Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs should win this game against Karabakh easily. 3-0 Spurs against Karabakh. Now we go to Spark 2, Braga versus Mohamed Tel Aviv. Maccabi Tel Aviv. Braga should win this. Sporting Club de Braga should win this game. And I'm going to say Sporting Club de Braga 2, Maccabi Tel Aviv 0. And we go to our penultimate game of the game week of match day 1, which is Olympique Lyonnais versus Olympiacos or Lyon. But I'm going to say Olympique Lyonnais. It sounds cooler. So yeah, it sounds cooler. And obviously, these are two good teams that, again, are very good. And I'm going to go Olympique Lyonnais 2, Olympiacos 0. Now we go to the teams that are dead. SCFB versus RSS. No, versus RFS. Not a clue. Absolutely not a foggiest, guys. Not an absolute foggiest. And thank you all very much watching Game Week Match Day 1 of the Europa League, and I will be back. Now, I just feel like that. So, I just feel like that there's no video on Monday because they have moved it to next week. So, the next round of fixtures for the Europa League and Champions League is in October the 3rd, or that weekend. Well, week starts on October 3rd, which is next weekend. But next week we will have a Premier League video on Friday with, I'm not going to say who it is. And then on Saturday, you've got a Comic-Con Luton one with me and my girlfriend. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. Oh boys, thank you very much for 250 subs. I should have said that at the start. Thank you all for 250 subs. Let's go. The push is on for 300 subs. Let's go. Smash like and subscribe, boys, and I will see you lot on Friday for Premier League Game Week number 6. Goodbye.